Welcome to the Museum of the American Revolution. My name is Michael Quinn, and I'm the president and CEO of the museum, and I'm delighted to provide an introduction to the wonderful experiences and terrific history that we present here at the museum. The museum explores the American Revolution, and it really introduces you into the most important event in our nation's history. The Revolution not only gave our nation independence by Washington and so many militia overcoming impossible odds on the battlefield, but it also created those soaring ideals of equality, of liberty, of self-government, which are the core of our nation to this very day. And the museum introduces you to this and gives you an understanding of how these incredible events came about. When you visit, you should start with Revolution, which is our introductory film, and it gives you a wonderful overview of the events, people, and meaning of the Revolution. Then explore our core exhibits. It's an unbelievable experience. There's so many interesting things in our core exhibits. You'll stand under Boston's Liberty Tree. You can join the Oneida elders as they debate which side they should join, the British or the Americans, in this war that is sweeping across their lands. You'll board a privateer ship and learn about the volunteers who went to sea to attack British shipping. A wonderful artifact that was excavated here as we were constructing the building was a punch bowl dedicated to the ship Tryphena. And that ship actually carried a protest to the Stamp Act from Philadelphia merchants all the way to London in 1765. So the history of the Revolution occurred at this very spot. You'll see the chair that was used by the head of the First Continental Congress. You'll see a book of poems by Phillis Wheatley, a free African American living in Massachusetts. You'll also see the sword that George Washington used in the Revolution, and a canteen carried by a common foot soldier, a private, who was with the war for year after year.
A big part of the story that we tell here at the museum is the story of everyday people, and that includes the soldiers that were serving in the field. And it was far from an easy life. I mean, soldiering then as now was full of hardships. One of the most common things that these men are going to suffer from are maladies related to the food that they are eating. We do want to give visitors some taste of the experience, but we don't want to give them every little bit of it. So what you can get here at the museum, there's things at the cafe, for example, that are inspired by, but probably won't give you chronic dysentery.
The most acclaimed part of this museum is the Washington War Tent. This is where you see the tent that sheltered Washington whenever the army was in the field. But it really stands for his dedication to the cause, his commitment to the men, and his inspiring leadership, which not only won the loyalty of his soldiers, but people across the 13 colonies and brought them together in the cause of creating the American nation. Our goal for your visit is that when you leave, you realize you are the heir to the American Revolution, and the revolution continues. Each of us, as citizens of this wonderful nation, need to learn and uphold the values that were established in the American Revolution. We need to teach them to our children. It's only if we do this will the American nation continue to thrive.